NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question, because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry here for their running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll send Williams in motion right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. This 2nd and 4. Stroud looking to change the play. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And this one is incomplete. You talk about this Seahawks defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 41 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. On 1st down, here's Stroud. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing now is Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Now Stroud. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. 36 yards on the play.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Ready.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Again, it's Stroud. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7 from the 5, 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play here just in case. You're looking ahead as well.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Joe Mixon from a yard out. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's airing it out for Williams. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Well, Charles, you know, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it.
There he goes, left side. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. 3rd quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Will Anderson. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Walker will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On second down, it's Stroud. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Stroud out of the gun here. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That is caught, and he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 39 yards.
And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll drop to throw. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
You just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
Concrete.
toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Give to Hall running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
120 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Stroud.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
He completes this to Walker.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Christian Harris. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Stroud to throw it. This one left side caught by Collins.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Danielle Hunter, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And got his man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
2nd and 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.